Hey guys, Ryan Cheney ELR. It's story time. This is probably something that you've never heard before, but this is the story of how the Endgame and the airfoil bags came to be, because I've had a few people ask like how I came up with this idea. And mother is the necessity. How's it? Mother's the necessity. I'm dyslexic. Necessity is the mother of invention. What happened was February 23rd of 19, Steve Ream and I got in a bad car wreck and got my arm all mashed up. And if you haven't seen it, that's what it looks like today. But that was my helmet as we smashed through a 90s Chevy as we rode along in a 2001 Tahoe. It was about 130 miles per hour combined velocity, and it was pretty gnarly. So yeah, take a look at these images. So that year in 2019, obviously I had a hard time with a squeeze bag. I still have. I'm going to show it to you. I have a bag that Steve Ream had made. That's basically like a game changer, fortune cookie type bag that's like way oversized. It's like super heavy. And I'd been running this thing, and I thought to myself, I go, wonder if I could put a pump on the inside of it of some kind, and just to kind of help me stabilize the rifle, being right-handed and my right arm being all mashed up and not very strong. At one point, I remember I only had about 2 pounds of ability to squeeze. I put a big air wedge inside here, and this was the proof of concept that I ran for a while. And it's super clunky because the air bladder just floats around inside here, and you'd always see me going like this to try to get it back into the bottom. And but I had a lot of people that would come to me and say, that bag's really cool, man. If you ever made one of those, I'd buy it. And I'm thinking to myself, man, this thing's clunky. If I sold it to you, you'd hate me. You'd be like, this thing's junk. So I thought about it for quite a while. Like, what could I do to actually make a product that wouldn't be clunky, something that would be super user-friendly? And it took me quite a while, because when did I come up with the airfoil? In 22. It was in, was it 22? Yeah, 22. It was like September, October 22 is when the first ones were hitting the market. I was driving home from King of 1 Mile in 2022, and it's when the idea first came to me. That was August of 22. I bought a sewing machine, bought some material, and I just started cutting and chopping and seeing what I come up with. And then that's when I came up with the airfoil. And this is my first, the first design that went to market. And now they're modular. They have Velcro at the rear. It's got an inner bag with a zipper. You can change out the media. So it's had some revisions. And then over the years of selling, like 1,500 of these, I've sold over 2,000 now. I had enough feedback from people of how to make it better that I came up with the Endgame bag. And this is the Endgame. So what's different about it is people wanted a handle. So I put a handle, and I designed it to where you could just grab it with one finger, coming off the firing line. Sometimes you're grabbing all your gear in one trip. So I wanted something real easy just to grab with one finger and walk off the firing line with it. I wanted something to give you some traction so that the bag really stays put. So there's actually rubber on the inside and there's rubber on the outside, and they're attached to each other with an adhesive that's just ridiculous. And so you've got this double rubber base that's super solid, so if you do pump it too far, it's not going to bow the base. Another thing is that traction, that bag is just really going to stay put, so that under recoil your rifle is going to track straight back, the bag's going to stay put, and you're going to be right back on target. It's also got this little area right here for your stock, so that it has a nice channel for it to ride in. And it's also designed to where it's a little narrower at the top, so that if you're shooting from a bench, it's super comfortable. And then you got a nice area right here where you can rest your arm on the side of the bag and get right to the trigger, and it's super comfortable from a bench or from prone. It's also a little bit lighter than the airfoil because it only holds 6.5 pounds of sand versus almost 10. That's about it. That's how the airfoil came about and the Endgame came about, was a car wreck that jacked my arm up. And to this day, my hand is still half numb because it severed the ulnar nerve, so I can't do this. Luckily my trigger finger works. So that's one of the things I asked the surgeons. I'm laying in the hospital bed and I asked them, because they were trying to have me do some different things, and I said, is my trigger finger okay? And they said, yeah, your trigger finger should be fine. I said, that's all that matters. And that's why also I run a left bolt now too. So sometimes you get in a really bad situation and something good comes out of it. And you know, now a couple years in, we've got a patent. The patent has been approved, and it's kind of crazy. I've got these things in 30 countries now. I added up yesterday. It has 29 on the website, but I actually added them all up. I'm in 30 countries now. I made 2,300 of these things. It's crazy. It's just really wild. And now I've got a goal this year, or for next year, to have a little booth at SHOT Show. And I've got dealers in 6 countries now. That's pretty wild. So anyway, hope you guys stuck with me this long. Thanks to you all for the support. And like, share, subscribe, do all those things that help the algorithm. Leave me a comment, just say anything. This is how I feed my family, making these bags, and it's turned into a full-time business. So appreciate you guys. I hope you guys are really enjoying the bags. If you guys need anything, feel free to reach out. Appreciate y'all. Later.